God, it would. It'd go. Imagine going down a slide naked. Yeah, I'm sold on the butt. I think I'm going with that. What do you go with? Let's do another one. Would you rather have the ability to effortlessly run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10 miles per hour? That's tough because flying just seems like the coolest thing ever. You know, 10 miles per hour is pretty slow. But if you're in the air, you go like a farther distance technically. So I wonder if you're able to like boost it. Like you yourself could go 10 miles per hour, but what if I have like a jetpack or something to boost me? But 100 miles per hour running is pretty cool. I feel like I'd run into shit all the time though. I don't have good direction. So I'm going with fly. Flying would arguably be better for one reason only. If you wear a wingsuit, you can accelerate really high in the air and just stop flying and use your wingsuit to glide hella fast. True. Yeah, you could just like fly up and get really, really high and then just whew. See? That's what I'm talking about. Innovativeness. You need to think ahead. I take these very seriously. That's what I was saying. I like to really talk through this like it's actually gonna happen. Okay? I hope you are too. All right, next. Would you rather be able to have sexuals and never orgasm, or be able to orgasm but never have sexuals? I'm abstinent, so I don't think I can answer this. But if I wasn't, probably the first one. Because it's enjoyable. You know, I've heard. Let's move on. Would you rather never enjoy music again or never enjoy food again? Listen, I don't listen to music every day, but I do eat every day. And I do enjoy food. As much as I don't really like cooking and stuff, I really only enjoy like sweets. But music, I do love music. It really changes my mood with stuff. This is tough. I think I have to choose food. You know, it would suck because, and also Caleb is a really good cook and I couldn't enjoy his cooking, you know, but he's also really good at guitar. Oh no. This is terrible. Oh no, I think I have to change to music literally only because of Caleb, because I'd be so sad if I couldn't hear him play guitar. Yeah, music. What did people say? Food. I love music. I love food too, but food has never gotten me through tough times. Also, never enjoy food doesn't necessarily mean it'll be gross. If all food was meh to me, I'd eat only what I needed to function, finally lose some weight. Hey man, whatever floats your boat, you know? I have zero interest in food. If it were feasible, my diet would consist of entirely flavorless beige smoothies containing all nutrients required by the human animal. But that's fair too. Sometimes I don't even like to think about what I'm gonna make and all that stuff. Like if somebody else is cooking or if I order food, I get excited, but I don't enjoy making food and stuff. So I feel like I don't even deserve it, you know? Music it is. Would you rather be constantly sticky all over your entire body forever? Oh my God. Okay, or constantly itchy all over your entire body forever. Itchy's rough. Because sticky, at some point you would get used to it, I think. But itchy, just constantly itching, not being able to get that itch away. There's something awesome about itching a good itch, you know? Ooh, it's something good. It'd be like very satisfying, but all over your entire body. It'd be like having chicken pox. Oof. I think I just have to get over my issue with being sticky, because I think I'd get tired of being itchy all the time. That would be annoying. That would take over my entire life. You know, I mean, both of them would. I guess I'll be sticky. Man, can I be at least like sticky enough so I can climb up walls and shit like Spider-Man? That's cool. I'm gonna choose that. They didn't specify, but I want to be sticky enough to climb stuff. I got a really bad sunburn once and had the devil's itch. My entire back was incredibly itchy and not anything I did could change it. It didn't even really hurt. It was just incredibly itchy. I genuinely thought it might make me go insane. I was straight up writhing on a tent floor. Yeah, there's just nothing like being super, super itchy, and from a sunburn specifically too. And once I got like 100 mosquito bites. That sucked. Sticky it is. Sticky it is. Would you rather fuck a goat and no one knows it happened, or everyone thinks you fucked a goat but you didn't actually fuck it? Who's choosing the goat fuck? Who's choosing to actually do that? This one's easy. I'd rather just have a rumor about me. I didn't actually do it, so I can sleep at night. The comment says, first one, obviously win-win. Drink a glass of someone else's spit or someone else's sweat. Oh God, I have a story. I've never said on the internet before. Oh no, do I tell it? Oh God, okay, buckle up. I was 12 at Christian camp, and there we had a segment where we all got to do sketches. This was actually the first time I got introduced to them really in performing, and I was like, let's do this thing. And I wanted to be the star. Okay. So all the girls, I was in a cabin of girls, they were like, hey, I have an idea, and some of them were older. They're like, there's this bit that's called the spit take. And I was like, oh? And they say, we all have toothbrushes on stage and we all spit into a cup and we put it down the line and each person spits in the cup. But then the person at the end of the line drinks the spit cup. And I was like, oh, okay. But they were like, but we're not actually spitting in it. Like, we're actually just putting in fake stuff, but it looks like you drank the spit cup. It's hilarious. Let's do it. And I was like, okay, like I'm a little jokester. Let's do it. So again on stage, you know, probably 100, 150 people gathered around the campfire in this little tiny wooden cathedral thing. And we all get on stage, they all have their toothbrushes, they all do the bit, probably about 6 of them. And then I'm at the end and I watch them, I was like, wow, it really looks like they're spitting in that cup. It's kind of crazy. Like, I don't really know how they're not. Is this, okay? I don't really know. But then the cup gets to me and I go, look up, everybody is clutching their pearls in the audience, all these little Christian kids going, oh, no, oh. And I just go, they don't know. And I'm looking at the girls like, yeah, I could. And they're like, yeah, do it. And I go, and I think to myself, I know what spit tastes like because it's in my mouth. And I also know what toothpaste and spit tastes like because that's also been in my mouth. And I just tasted exactly that. So it made me wonder, how did they replicate that? And then I realized I just drank their spit. Needless to say, that was the last time I went to Christian camp. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I would drink a glass of someone's spit. Would you rather know how you are going to die or when you are going to die? I just wouldn't want to know either, I think. But if I knew how I was going to die, I would just avoid that at all costs. But what if it's a disease? Then I can't really do anything. I guess I could go get it checked out. But then am I going to die because of it anyway? You know, is this just like all inevitable? And if I knew when I was gonna die, what could I do to prevent that? Is it a heart attack? Is it my mind deteriorating? Am I getting hit by a bus? I don't know. I feel like I would just live in constant fear no matter what. I think I would choose when, because I think I'd be able to get my affairs in order for like my family and stuff and be able to live my life to the fullest because I know when I'm gonna die. Yeah, I think that's the best one. And then I don't need to know how. Yep, I think that's the best. What do people say? When then I'm functionally immortal until that date, I can do whatever I want. I know I won't die. Ooh. True. Ooh, I love this one. Okay, it says fluent in all languages or master of every instrument. I dream of both of these, but I am obsessed with languages and I want to take the time to learn more languages. I know like a decent amount of Spanish and ASL and you know, like bits and pieces of Russian. I would love to be fluent though. So I would love to be fluent in all languages. I'm also obsessed with those YouTube channels where people know like 8 languages and they talk to people from those countries. It's so cool. I think it's such a very unique skill set. But I mean, people that can play instruments are just, I mean, that's Caleb, you know, he's like a master of the guitar. But I'm okay with being like okay at a couple instruments, you know. I'd rather be fluent in multiple languages and get to know more people in their own cultures. I think that would be so cool. So, hands down, language. Comments say the language one is more useful. However, as a musician, I can't pass up the opportunity to master all instruments. I feel like that one would be way more fun and also more profitable. Maybe, but like I said, like there's so many YouTubers that walk around and like are able to speak to people that, my God, their videos get like 10 million views and stuff. So I think you'd be able to make money off both for sure. Would you rather be burned to death or drowned? These are my favorite ones, my favorite hypotheticals. How would you rather die? Listen, both are extremely painful, as we know, or if you don't, then fun fact, being burned to death is the most painful thing you can ever endure. Drowning, I just can't imagine swallowing all that water and then your lungs feel like they're burning. Burning would just be terrible. Like at least all the pains in your chest when you're drowning. I think I'd drown. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'd drown. What do the comments say? Drowned. You die the same either way, asphyxiation. It's just that drowning is only asphyxiation, whereas burning to death is asphyxiation after you've done some burning and have inhaled enough superheated air that your lungs are too melted and can't exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide anymore. Yeah. Burning is just drowning with a whole bunch of horrible pain before and during. Yeah, exactly. Like your lungs literally feel like they're burning, but it's not because they're burning. It's just because of the pain that's happening. Oh my God.